Here are some glamorous pics of the powerful Captain Marvel star that you would not want to miss. Aw, happy birthday to you. Now get the f off of my screen. If I don't have to see this person's face again in Captain Marvel getup, I would be so happy. But of course, it's not about me. I understand everyone is entitled to their opinion, but I think there is a general consensus that people just don't like Captain Marvel. It's not just because of Brie Larson, it's the character itself. Or maybe they just don't care about her enough to even like her or consider wanting to like her or hate her. Why is that the case though? Aside from the actor herself, who I find to be...
Look at it with responsibility. I mean, I am committed to self-improvement, and I work at being the best person that I can be and using this platform for as much good as I can, but it doesn't mean that... Shut up! Gosh. Oh no. Finding our way, but it was a good group of people to figure it out with.
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Isn't
it fun being there for all my extra takes?
Signed you up for the apprenticeship.
I don't think it's any secret that there are a lot of people who don't like this broad, even her own cast members. But for the people who don't know the actress or who haven't heard the arrogant statements she's made, who hasn't seen her narcissistic behavior outside of the movie, why wouldn't they like the character? There are people that straight up don't even know the whole drama with Brie Larson back then, and they still don't like the character. Why is that? I really want to be fair in assessing this because I still don't like the character. I can understand if I don't like someone, but I still like their character, and there are many actors that are just deplorable people when doing everything else, but you like the characters that they play. So what is it about Captain Marvel that is so boring or unlikable? You see, many people will compare her to other superheroes and say that it's not fair that we hate on her because she's just like everyone else. Tony Stark is arrogant, Superman is superpowered, Thor can be pretty narcissistic at times too. Why is it that she gets slack for being the way she is when she has traits from all those characters? Well, I can tell you. The difference is she has all of those flaws packed into one. Here's the deal. Superman is superpowered, but he's not arrogant. Tony Stark is arrogant, but he's not superpowered. Thor can be arrogant sometimes too, but he's a god, and he's still a likable character who brings comic relief when we need it. And talking about Superman, as superpowered as he is, he still has a weakness. It's kryptonite. Captain Marvel has none of this. So you have a super arrogant character who is superpowered, has no weakness, and is not likable at all or charismatic. You see, when you watch Tony Stark, you actually like to watch him. He's arrogant, but he's hella charismatic, and he's really funny. So far, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel is not funny at all. The other thing I figured is what makes Tony Stark, because people keep trying to compare her to Tony Stark, so let's play that game. The other thing that she has not working for her is she's arrogant, but she hasn't earned her arrogance. I know, that sounds really confusing. Let me break it down for you. Characters that are arrogant and you forgive them for being arrogant, what is it that you notice about them that they all have in common?
In the hands of our favorite psychopath.
I'm not a psychopath, Anderson. I'm a high-functioning sociopath. Do you, sir?
Your house. Whatever you say it is how it is, but I think a blind man could see that Beth is looking for the door. I barely have a reason to care, and even I notice.
Do you notice the similarities between those characters or personalities? Rick Sanchez, Tony Stark, Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock Holmes, they all earned the right to be arrogant because they developed their skills. They put lots of years into getting where they were when we saw them. Captain Marvel was just given these powers and she's just arrogant. She didn't have to work to get them. That's why people love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and that's why they didn't like the other guy from The Amazing Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire was already a very humble character who got these superpowers just willy-nilly. He didn't have to work for them, but he was a likable character. Superman just got those powers because, well, he's an alien, but he's a likable character. You can't be an unlikable character and just be given superpowers. People are not going to relate to you. They're not going to like you. On top of that, Carol Danvers has no weaknesses for her character, so she's very unrelatable and comes off very arrogant and unlikable. That's why people don't like her character. And remember, I'm saying all of this to put aside the notion that people don't like her just because she's Brie Larson. No, I mean, yeah, I think if they had put somebody more charismatic in, that would have been the case, but from what I can tell, it's not totally Brie Larson's fault, because from what people said who read the comics, she's like that in the comics as well. There's a reason why no one likes her in the comics. There are a lot of superheroes or characters in comics that people didn't really care about, but then when they were put on the big screen and they cast the right person to play them, people are like, ooh, I like this character, just like Rocket and Groot. I didn't know they existed before. And then they put them in the movies and I'm like, ooh, I like this, dude. I like Peter Quill. I like these characters. These characters I didn't know of before because I didn't read these comics back then, and I absolutely fell in love with them. But Carol Danvers comes on, you know, before this, even the trailer when I watched it was like so boring, and I still don't like the character. Regardless if she's a weird person in real life, if she gives a good performance and she is playing a certain character, I can be in love with her character without being in love with her. But both of them are freaking boring and I just don't like their attitude. She's an asshole in real life, yeah, I might not like the person. If she's a sweetheart in the movie, I'd be like, oh my god, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel is awesome. But she's not. She has no redeeming qualities whatsoever in either platform. So that's the reason why people don't like Carol Danvers, or they just don't care for her. Maybe they don't really hate her, but she's just boring. Another reason why people probably would have given her a chance but decided not to is because, contrary to all of that, instead of writing the character to be more likable, you keep shoving her down people's faces and vilifying people who don't like the movie. That does not help. It's like you're forcing people to like someone who's not very palatable at all. So I just thought I would break that down because I think it's fair. I made Captain Marvel videos in the past and I've seen people coming up with it like, why don't people like her? It's not fair. Well, that's the reason. If a lot of people don't like something, it's good to try to pick it apart to find out exactly why that is. Anyways, that was a quick video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? And why? Thanks so much for watching. This has been Ultiori. You ask, we answer.